I'm bored, you hear from your 2-year-old child. Oh, you think to yourself as you sit reading, watching TV, or scrolling the internet, or making dinner. I really don't want to deal with this right now. Hello, my name is Addie Biggers. What is boredom, this elusive emotion that we've all had to think about and deal with on a regular basis? Well, Gia Miller, an expert on parenting, and parents are experts at dealing with bored children, describes boredom as, quote, that experience of wanting to be occupied in a satisfying activity, yet somehow being unable to do so, end quote. This seems a pretty accurate description of boredom, doesn't it? In the situation I presented earlier, you have two options. One, you can tell your child, as probably most parents do, that boredom is just a part of life and you gotta get on with it. Or you can remove yourself from the situation that you were maybe enjoying, reading, watching TV, and come up with an idea to help their boredom that might end up being boring for you. Do you want to play with trains? You gently ask your child, knowing you might be bored for the next 30 minutes as you play trains with your 2-year-old. But having this experience myself, I know that sometimes it can be boring dealing with the 2-year-old for 30 minutes or an hour to play trains with. Or sometimes I know that when you sit down and play with these train tracks, magnet tiles, Legos, you sometimes actually create really wonderful memories because the 2-year-old, can bring out an inner child in you and show you ideas and thoughts that you've never thought about before. Trust me, I would know. I have so many younger siblings that constantly stun me with their creativity, and I babysit a ton. So, I'm here today to tell you why boredom is a good thing and how it can help you stir up your creativity, lead you to good, strong ideas, and give you time to process and rest from the fast-paced, hectic world we're living in today. So, the first reason why boredom is actually good for you is that it can stir creativity in people who are bored. When you're bored and you feel like you need to take a break, it can give your mind a mental rest to get those creative juices flowing, right? When you just take a pause and then come back to it later, sometimes you just get that innovation, that stir up that you didn't know you had. This mental break you're taking can help you come up with new ideas or help you create a change in the problem you were previously trying to address that you couldn't have come up with without this boredom brain that reasserted itself. Boredom can give you a space to daydream, which can spark new ideas and get our creative juices flowing. It can help build innovation because when we get bored, we're thinking up new thoughts and ways to get out of our boredom, especially when we're mindfully bored. The second reason why boredom is actually good for you is that it can lead to good, smart ideas. Boredom can give a break when used properly and mindfully. This pause from thinking about what we were previously thinking about and taking kind of a mental brain break can help us come back to the issue with a fresh look, especially taking a mindfulness of looking away from your phone screen, your computer screen, or the TV screen, and taking kind of a mental screen break and a physical screen break, maybe going outside and taking a walk. It can help you be more mindful about your boredom and create a more mindful situation where you actually take advantage and work hard to come back and think up new thoughts outside of your boredom. When boredom hits, it's really easy to just pick up your phone and scroll Instagram or scroll Pinterest or scroll TikTok. But being mindful of boredom can help you with planning strategies, problem solving, flexibility, organizational skills, and just all around get your creative juices flowing. The third and final reason that boredom is actually really good for you is that it can give you time to process the world around you and give you a mental and even physical rest. When boredom hits, you just take a mental brain break from the thing that you were thinking about and just take a break. And you can think about new things. And especially in our world where you constantly have to be doing something. You always have to be productive. You always have to be doing something that's going to get you ahead, because if you don't get ahead, you're not going to have money to get nice things, to take a break and to rest. Sometimes boredom lets us be unproductive, which sometimes is actually the most productive thing we could do. It just gives your brain a mental break from constantly thinking about the next thing you need to do. Write that email to that student or to that professor, or oh, I gotta unload the dishwasher, or I gotta complete this task, turn in this assignment, or I gotta think about which journal entry to write, or whatever. It just gives you a mental brain break from constantly thinking about all those things. This brain break can give us a fresh look on life, which is helpful, especially when you come at boredom from a mindful perspective. When you feel the feeling of boredom, you instantly go, I'm bored. Let me choose this moment to be mindful about this boredom and give my brain a brain break. It can help you learn a lot more about life and who you are and what your goals are in life, even to think about, why am I bored? Is this helping me achieve any of my goals? Am I burnt out and need to take a 15-30 minute break to reassess my situation and come back to it with fresh eyes? Do I need to go take a power nap? So today, to conclude, I told you why boredom actually can be a good thing, especially when used mindfully. It can help stir your creativity and lead you to good, strong ideas and give you time to process and rest from the fast-paced world we live in today. Boredom is not some horrible enemy we need to fight, but when used mindfully, it is a super helpful tool. Thank you for listening.